operating system. So a good example of ROM is our DVD ROM, CD-ROM. Okay, why is it ROM read only? Because it's just reading your CDs, right? Your compact disc or your DVDs. It is not storing some information. So that is called read only memory. We have the power supply, the hard disk drive. Oops. So uh, hindi pa napasali dito yung solid state drive. Okay, so solid state drive and hard disk drive. So there's a difference between them. So hard disk drive uses disk to store information. Let's not focus on it because this is being discussed in your HCI. This is very basic. I don't want to talk about this. We are focused on our network. Next is the ports. We have serial ports, radio port, Ethernet ports, USB ports. So this is the USB port. I don't want to hear any of you calling or naming this flash drive as USB. Okay? As much as possible, you are an IT student or IDP. Flash drive is flash drive, not USB. USB is this one, the port. Okay. Before we also have PS2 port. This one, the keyboard and our mouse, and then we also have new update on this one. They mix the keyboard and mouse. You can actually use one single PS2 port as your keyboard and mouse to minimize this space, to save space, I mean. Right? So next is I already discussed this one earlier, so let's skip this one. And this is an example of information of a certain computer system. Okay, so that uses network. So from the CPU, RAM, storage, interfaces. So that's, and then this here is our bus. So this is what your system looks like. If you press letter on your keyboard, let's say K, so that K is being stored here in our CPU, and our CPU will create an instruction, and that instruction is being saved to our memory, and that memory in our RAM memory is being also saved in our storage. It depends upon if you would like to save it. So it's a process, it's a cycle. Okay, so of course we will focus on network. I will not discuss more further about this. Okay. Next is information that flows in an idealized computer. Okay. First, your computer will boot. If you turn on your PC, you will see some. If you press your keyboard F2 or delete simultaneously, it will go to your BIOS option here in our boot instruction. If you wish to format or to reformat your laptop or PC, you have to change or modify the boot settings. Okay. And after that, after booting, it will go to your software application, your Windows. And after that, all of your instruction or activities during your Windows, it is being saved temporarily in our RAM or random access memory and ROM if you are using CDs. Okay. Next will be application information, saved information, exported information. Of course, those are being processed. If you want to use your PC as your if you want to use your PC to use the Facebook, the information, all of the saved information and exported information can be accessible okay, to a network. Next is NIC, or we call this network interface card. Okay, so this is NIC. So if you don't have any built-in LAN port or local area port in your motherboard, you will need to buy this one, the NIC. Actually, you can also buy in this in our technology today. There is this USB type USB type of network interface. Okay, so it's just like a flash drive, but it is a network interface. It is a network adapter. Okay, so if you have this one, it is inserted into a PCI slot in your motherboard. Okay, so this is how are you going to install this one interface card. Before, we also have cards like this, the interface card in our laptop, but in today's modern world we only have a USB type of network adapter. Okay, it's very easy, plug and play. Unlike before, the NIC needs to have a driver. Okay, so it communicates to the network via serial connection, while it communicates to PC via parallel connection. Okay. Next is the factors to be considered in choosing the NIC. So we need to know the bus type, the network topology, the medium type, transport speed, and then subnet administration software. Okay, so these are the type of network operating system. So if you wish to be a network administrator, your PC should have this one: Windows 2000 Professional na Server Edition, the Red Hat for Linux, the Novel, and Windows XP Professional. Okay, so types of network administration software. So network operating system, or NOS, peer-to-peer networking operating system. Okay. So peer-to-peer means a network that has only two devices or two PCs. That is peer-to-peer network. Types of network administration software again. So client-server networking operating system. So if you are a network administrator, you need to have this one, the server, file server, and then this server computer will be the one to facilitate the information that is the information requested by these computers right here. Okay, so if this client needs to print something, so it will go first to our server, and then the server will facilitate, it will control the printer, and then it will print. Okay, just like here in our campus, here in our faculty room, uh, I I I use the broadband of father, and then serve as the hotspot, and then the piece right here will be server, and then we can now print our document, share our documents through wireless connection without any load. Okay, so services. So NOS remote services. So the services that offers with this NOS is the access to remote printers, just like I discussed earlier, that we can actually print from one device to another using one on the network. Okay? Access to file on remote system. So like portals, we created portals here in our faculty room. Then access to remote application and resources, just like so for example, I have a system right here in my server, and then or I will create a web application using SAMP XAMPP as a database. All of the computers that are connected to one network can access my application, just like that. Okay, so this is very important to know the services of an NOS. Next is the routing services, including supporting the network. So routing services, you can actually manage uh, what are the IP addresses that you wish to set up in certain PCs. And then system and security monitoring, basic network administration utility. Okay, so using this one services, we can monitor and administer certain utilities. Next is uh, network monitoring software, so protocol analyzer, sniffing software, packet sniffer. So if you already heard the application, mobile application, Wi-Fi sniffer, it works like this. So they are getting data to a certain network, then try to use that data in order to modify some settings or some information within the network. Okay, so network management software, and then decimal number system. It is a number system that we are all familiar with. So decimal number system. So it's used by our forefathers basically for a simple reason that they started to learn to count with their 10 fingers. So decimal numbers, the one that we know as we set foot as we set our foot in this world, we already know how to count at the early age of 3. We already know how to count numbers from 1 to 10. So that numbers are decimal number. Okay, those are decimal number. So those decimal numbers can be used in our network map, because our network map uses binary number system, the 101010, or also known as machine language. Okay, so this is a number system that is basic foundation of any computer machine, because any computer machine, all of the technology started from ones and zeros. 1 means on or high, 0 means off, because this is all about electronics machine. Okay, so this is the binary number system. So a computer circuit represents 0 and 1. So yung sinasabi ko kanina, so I've said before that 1 is on and 0 is off. So well, this explains everything. When you see a switch that has 1 and 0, that means 1 is on and then 0 is off. Okay, that is why also most of the symbol of a power button in our PCs are just like this. What is it? So like this, right? Like that. So because this is 0 and this is 1, 0. So if you push that button, it will turn on, whatever it is. Alright. So next is we have this ASCII, or American Standard Code for Information Interchange. So this displays a binary number. So this is like equivalent of a certain decimal number. Okay, so if you wish to type 1 on your keyboard, the machine language or the ASCII code of it is 0011000001. Okay, so this is the chart of the symbols and their equivalent ASCII code. Okay, so this is our practice exercise. Try to convert the following decimal numbers into binary. This one is from binary into decimal. So do not cheat. Of course, there is already a calculator for this. But I want to see how did you get the result. So I think that's it for now. See you on my next video. Right, bye.